Your boy Beeves Trap McBuckets, alias, back with another video. Speaking on the great cataclysmic soon to end franchise known as The Walking Dead. Excuse the wardrobe, I was napping watching the Maniac and actually good show. And I was like, man, The Walking Dead's been pretty solid this season. So I decided to speak on it before it goes to complete irrelevance after you know who dies. I think at this point everybody knows, but I won't say the name. I'll save that for later. Um, so to just let it be known now, video will contain a little bit or a lot of bit of spoilers. Up to I believe it's 4 episodes so far, and it's gonna be up to those 4 episodes. No comic-ish, even though I don't read the comics. I don't know why anybody would because there's better comics to read. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk about why I think that The Walking Dead season 9 has been pretty solid. Um, and just to let you know, I have watched all seasons because otherwise I couldn't give an opinion, obviously. Point one, better pacing. So with season one, I feel like there's been I deleted my notes on it. Huh. Okay. So apparently I deleted my notes already. So we're gonna go to the top of the dome piece. It looks like. Anyway, better pacing. I feel like that's been the big thing. There's been things that actually happened in the intermediate between, it's very infamous for the mid-season finales and finales being the only thing that actually progress anything in this show. And this has been a revelation, I would say. It hasn't been anything groundbreaking, I should say that, but it's been a couple of moments where I felt like I was really watching a show that wanted to keep the audience interested for more than 2 episodes. And maybe that's because they know, it could be a multitude of reasons. They know that they're pretty much on their last legs as far as relevancy goes. It could be because they got a new, I guess, director basically. The old guy got moved to Fear the Walking Dead, which I heard went to a tank after he went there. But Angela Khan or Angela Quinn. I don't know how to pronounce it. I assume Khan. Angela, this new director, has been fantastic in getting the show actually moving. Unlike this review, and I really just think that everything's been good as far as like staying one to actually watch an episode all the way through. Like I don't think I've had one episode so far where I just like, man, it sucks. Maybe I'm trying to think. Episode three was definitely good because that was the Oceanside one where they were revealed that that's the most notable moment. A lot of the progression. Is that another detail? I may have to save that one. No, I can use that. So basically, one of the key things I liked so far has been the unwilling to cease aggression between the saviors and basically Oceanside and I guess half of are they Alexandria? I don't know what that camp is called. The Hilltop? Is that them? The Hilltop? No, that's the other. That's the Hilltop also is behind Maggie, who wants to kill off the saviors for the most part. But more specifically Negan. Um I don't know what their crew is called. I think it's Alexandria, but I don't remember. The crew that's with Rick, pretty much for the most part, the only ones that try to keep Negan alive. And those clashing of goals increased pretty much every point up until episode four. When episode four was like a mid-season finale, you got Maggie driving out to I think it's called Alexandria again. I don't know. I don't remember. I believe Alexandria though. To go take out Negan personally. You have Daryl sideswiping, well, kidnapping Rick and then redirecting Rick once the horde comes in, not of his own volition, but basically because of indirect causes. And of course, Rick being in the situation that Rick is now in, I again won't spoil. This goes to my second point. This was already a lot longer than I thought it'd be. My second point was the clash between Rick and Maggie slash Daryl being done more natural than I predicted. Originally, if you looked at season 8, the concluding couple of episodes, really actually concluding how it happens more than just once. Daryl and Rick have like an actual fight over how to handle the saviors or how to handle a particular savior, and then Negan is about to. This is the finale now. Negan is detained by Rick because his neck slit open, and instead of killing him, Rick makes a impassioned stand like just leave him alive, leave him alive. When Maggie breaks down crying, has to get held back by I forgot who, but she gets held. Michonne, I think she gets held back from interfering, and she's breaking down crying. It was very obvious. I think on the concluding scene that Maggie and Daryl are gonna have problems with Rick and the decision to keep near Negan. But I'm not exactly sure why Daryl was so impassioned to keep. I guess because he was in prison as one of the saviors, hostages, and the stuff he had to go through was pretty debilitating. He had to see Dwight basically become half a man, and even less than that by the time he got out of there. So I guess I see why he's more emotional behind it than I originally believed he should have been. But it becomes more of a power struggle, a a clash in beliefs of how you should handle the saviors. It grows naturally and organically outside of just being okay. We should kill Negan. No, not killing Negan keeps the peace around here. It becomes a little bit more nuanced than that. Even though it's only 4 episodes in, I guess the stand won't be. Shout out to Jotaro. The stand won't be too developed from this point because I mean, again, Rick, but we'll see. We'll get to see. I think once Rick isn't the one making decisions, that stand will still continue to develop. I believe. I don't think it'll just end with. I don't think the direction clash will just end once someone else is making decisions. Probably Michonne, I'd imagine. Next ahead. Number three, I think they've used Negan well, and they've used his obvious, natural aura sparingly but correctly. Uh, the thumbnail I picked is a picture of Negan in, I believe, season 8. I think that says. I think so. I need to look at it again. And I picked the god himself, Sosuke Aizen, my favorite anime villain in any anime ever. And I like likened him to Aizen because in the last arc of Bleach, Aizen is pretty much hinted to return. I think very early in the last arc. It's a very long arc, and in that you have pretty much like everybody loves Aizen in this show, right? Like, every audience member, everybody who's ever liked Bleach likes Aizen. That's pretty much the way it goes. And with that, you wanted to see him so much, but reasonably, you can't have a story around someone who's not supposed to be the main story figurehead. He's supposed to be a supporter, but he's the most popular and most likable character at this point. Like I think at this point in TWD, it's safe to say Negan's probably the most likable guy left. Carl dead. Who else even matters? So really, that's the situation that we're approached with at this point, and you can't just use Negan repeatedly. But they're gradually stuffing him up with the prisons, not the prison scenes, the behind bars dialect and shit like that. Discussion with Michonne and some of the comparisons that you're left to make between Rick and Negan. The way they want to do things, the Carl flashbacks, intoning to his final wishes. I think it's done well to where you keep on getting to see enough Negan, and you get enough hints that you feel like you got something good there. And once he is given to you in full, hopefully it's done a lot better than how Eisen was done in full, and it's fucking fun about it. Once he's given full, you're gonna get a really good bust once it's time. And 9 minutes going now. Number four, and this isn't why I think it's a lit season, but this is why I think that it's not being hyped up more than it is right now. It's because it was capped by early spoilers. Now, I didn't see any of these spoilers come into. The only thing I knew about this direction this season was that it was going to be a fresh start, and Rick Rick's actor, Lincoln, whatever his name is, was this was his last season. So I thought, much like most people probably did, that we'd see Rick getting pushed off in, like mid-season finale at the earliest. And what they've done with this so far has been vastly different. Uh, Apparently, it was almost an entire month ago what's supposed to happen to Rick's character, which is pretty much, from what I can gather, the driving force behind the season's direction, pretty much the rest of this show. So I think with that being released so early, pretty much as the season was supposed to, like I think the episode one was about a month ago now. So pretty much when the season was about to drop, someone came out and said someone spoiled the entire season. So I can see why having such an amazing turnaround as I believe this show is going through currently, uh, basically being dulled. I won't say amazing turnaround. It's not flipping back like season governor. It's not going back to that good a stance, but it's very good right now. And I hope that people tune in, get to catch it, get to catch some of the moments that we'll get because pretty much after by the mid-season finale, we'll be dealing with a vastly different show than we've seen the past 8 seasons, and it's been reflected in dialogue, director conversations, the new intro, pretty much everything will make this a new show. So if you have some nostalgia you want to get out the way, tune in the next few episodes. I'm not shilling this series, but I do enjoy it for the first time in a while. And peace and enjoy Rick.